Welcome back, guys. Property chef, real estate stuff, the things you like. That's what I talk about, right? That's why you're here. I know. I may have gotten some of you with cooking videos. There's more cooking videos coming. I just got 4 new ones sent over by the editor. I'm going to upload them. They drop every Friday at 12 o'clock, just as normal. So expect some cooking videos that are coming up. In the meantime, here's what's going on in the real estate world for Long Island, Queens, and Brooklyn. I know, you know what? Last week I skipped Queens. I got you this week, Queens. I'm bringing it to you. Next couple videos, like whatever. Just give me one video. I'll get it done. I'm gonna finish these 2 Long Island ones, then I'll do the Queens one. So let's start with Suffolk County, and we're gonna pull up everything that closed in the last. Whoops, this is not closed sales. Let's go closed sales unavailable. We're gonna do Suffolk County, everything that closed in the last week, and we're gonna go through it. And just like always, I'm going to calculate what the closing cost would be for the seller, calculate the closing cost, what it would be for the buyer, and give you guys some estimates. I'll tell you what the mortgage payment would be. Just give you all the deets, man. That's why you're here. You're here for details. I totally get it. If you're looking to buy or sell a home in Long Island, Queens, Brooklyn, call me. I got my own brokerage, Remy Realty, and I have agents stationed every county. I'm in Suffolk and Nassau. I have 3 people here with me. I have 1 guy in Brooklyn, 2 guys in Queens. Call me, 516-858-9434. Anyway, into the comps we go. All right, so we've got 219 sales take place in the last week. So 219 closings, actually, specifically, have taken place in the last 2 weeks in Suffolk County. And let's dive in a little bit. So let's pop in. What do we got here? Something in Brentwood, 46 Pamela Lane. Taxes $10,581. 5 bedrooms, 3 baths. It's on a 75 by 100 lot. There's no pictures of the inside, so that kind of stinks. Whatever. They were still asking. Look at this. They were asking 600 and they got 660. 11 days on market with no pictures of the inside. What does that tell you? I don't need a calculator yet. Yeah. So what does that tell you? The Brentwood's hot. You know what it is? It's this price point. It's like so hard to find a house for 500,000-600,000 that they tend to sell very quickly. Here's another one: 45 Blue Jay Drive, taxes 9,107, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, lot size 75 by 122, so I have a little bit bigger lot. They asked for 599. They got 650. 26 days on market, even though it was not as short as the other sale. Still went over asking $50,000. Right? So tells you, man, that this price point specifically is where all the most buyers are, hands down. In Long Island, the most buyers are at 500,000 to 600,000, even below 700. There's just the most buyers. And once you get up to 800, 900, a million, which is not hard to do in Long Island, your number of buyers kind of starts growing down. I'm not saying there isn't buyers, there are, but the pool starts shrinking, and you'll go from getting on the house like this, they probably got 10 offers. When I put up a listing in Port Jefferson Station, that was, I think we listed it for 525 and we got 565. We had 15 offers because it was the price point. And as you go up, the number of offers will go down, but still going to sell. So it's a fairly big house, but you saw it needs updates. It's going to need some work, but it's big, right? So they got 650. Let's go over. I don't want to make you guys wait to the end. Let's go over some closing costs on this house. And I'm going to show you what the buyer was probably going to be paying, what the seller was going to be paying. So first, if you're selling this house, we're going to assume that you're going to be paying a 4% commission. Now, I say this every video because I really mean this. There are times where it's 4%, 5%, 6%. It could be any amount because it's based on how much marketing you need to push this property. Some properties are harder to sell than other ones. And I'm assuming this was easy to sell. So maybe they got a 4% commission on it. They could have got 5%, whatever. We're just going to assume it's 4. Okay. So the seller's going to be paying $26,000 to commission right there. And now they're also going to have to pay transfer taxes to the state. And to do that, you do $1,000. You divide the purchase price by $1,000. Whoops. We do purchase price divided by $1,000. You get that. Then you times it by 4 because it's $4 for every 1,000. Basically, took away what's it called? 1-0 from the commission. Anyway, add it back. So we're going to add it back to the commission. And then we're going to assume the attorney fee was $2,000. It could be a little more, could be a little less, maybe 1,800, maybe 22. It really depends on what they had going on. Seller is going to be paying approximately $30,600 in closing costs. And let's find out if they had a mortgage. So let's pull up some public records. And just so you know, any realtor can access all the information I'm showing you. If they're a full-time licensed professional, then they probably have subscriptions to the same databases that I'm using. Because everything I'm showing you is public record. This is like not inside information. It's just, the math on it. So we got Suffolk County, and the address was 45 Blue Jay Drive. So 45 Blue Jay Drive. So what this is going to do is pull up public records. And this is the house right here. It's got the wrong house in the picture, but whatever. It's 45 Blue Jay Drive. The owner, Morena. Yep, owner Morena on a public record, Gene Morena. All right, so since it just closed, it probably still has the outstanding mortgage balance. See, right here. Here's what she has. There's a mortgage balance. All right, so let's do the math here. We got $650 minus the mortgage, and then we have the closing cost, which was $30,600. This person walked away with $441,741. Congratulations to you, Miss Morena. And yeah, that's basically what it is. If you have a house that you need to sell, and you have other deeds and other, other liens and other debts on a property that you need to pay off, obviously you have to add those to it. But if you want a personalized consultation, just give me a call, 516-858-9434. We will make it happen. Now, on the buyer side, let's give you a breakdown on what the buyer will be paying. So the buyer's going to have to pay, if they're getting a mortgage, we're going to assume they're getting a mortgage, because that's like 90% of the people. It's kind of rare when someone buying a house all cash. And God bless them if they do. It's great. So we got Suffolk County house here. We're going to do a purchase, residential, one family, $650 purchase. Mortgage amount, let's assume they're putting down 20%. You do not have to put down 20%. I want to make that super clear to everybody. But it does make estimating the payments very easy. So I'm sorry, the down payment is $130. So we do $650 minus $130, which should be $520. There we go. That's how much the loan is going to be. $520. One buyer, one seller. Now, the title insurance policy is going to cost them roughly, let's see, we're going to say about $3,000, because they got the policy is $2,500. Then the lender's got to, pay for their policy. You got to pay for the buyer has to pay for the lender's policy as well. Then there's all these other miscellaneous little charges that add up. So it's going to be a little less than $9,000 towards that. Then you have the state charges, right? So you're going to have mortgage tax that's going to be charged to the buyer, $4,130. So altogether, the buyer is going to have $9,945 before bank fees and attorney fees. So we're going to have so we'll do 9945.43 plus an attorney. And let's assume the bank is going to charge, I'm going to say, this could be anything. A bank can charge you anything. It really depends on the scenario. Like, think about this. If you have to buy down your interest rate to qualify, then you're going to need more money for closing. So that has to be considered. I'm just going to say the bank's going to charge 1.5%. And that should be pretty safe estimate without having to do extra things like buy down interest rates or whatever. And it could be less. Some banks may charge you 1%, right? So we're just going to, for the sake of this estimate, we're going to say 1.5%. So 650 times 0.015. Oof. Another $9,000. Let's add that back to the title. We're at 21,874 to close, and that does not include a realtor commission if they have to pay their realtor, which is a real reality for some people, which is unfortunate, because it used to be that the seller would always cover it. Now, if you have a smart agent, they can negotiate their commission into the deal. Like, for example, if I was to get this house for my client, I would write, my offer is $650. This includes a 2-3%, 4% commission, whatever it is they need, because obviously the lower the price, the higher the commission would be, right? So let's just assume it's 3%. This includes a 3% commission. And then I would write on the offer net to seller, so that they know very clearly what portion's going to the agent and what portion's going to the seller. So if we did that, it would be 0.03. That's the commission of 650 minus 19,500 net to seller 630,500. So I would present this offer and be like, our offer is 630,500, right? And then you negotiate. You're going back and forth on it. Sometimes you have to lower the commission a little bit. Maybe not 3%, we take 2%, right? But whatever it does to make a deal work, everyone's got to work their numbers in there. So I hope that helps some of you. Let's get a mortgage payment estimate. Now, if you were the buyer, you bought this house, you knew you had to bring approximately, what was that number? $21,874 for closing costs. You want to know how we know that's correct? Let's do a times 0.03. Yep, very close to it. It's always estimated that you'd be like, I need 3% to close. So 3% of the purchase price, 650 times 0.03 is 1950, and the estimate I gave you was 21, which is very close. Very close. So that's how you know it's basically right there. Sometimes I may have overestimated on this number, like the attorney may charge a little bit less and the bank may charge a little bit less, but that's why I'm giving you that. It's going to be approximately 3% for the buyer to close. So now let's look at this mortgage payment. You bought a house for $650. You put 20% down. Let's say your interest rate is 6.25. I mean, seeing that pretty often lately. Taxes here were $9,107. That we got no private mortgage insurance. I made that 0 because we're putting down 20%. If you are putting down less than 20%, you have to add this back. So we hit calculate. We also have in here $2,400 for homeowners insurance. A house this size, it may be a little less. So let's just say it's $1,800. We hit calculate. This monthly payment is going to be $4,110 a month. You need about $130,000 to put down for the 20%. And it gives you a breakdown here of what you're going to be paying. So like of this $4,000, $758 is going to tax. This is, how much tax you're paying over the 30-year period of the loan. You got your homeowner's insurance, and this is your annual payment amount. Like you're basically paying 50 grand a year toward your mortgage. So that's how we calculate the closing cost, monthly payment, and buyer side closing costs as well. So I hope that was helpful. Let's flip through a couple more comps, and then we'll do a breakdown of some other numbers. Let's get out of Brentwood. Let's go somewhere else. How about we go to Comac? 169 Kings Park Road. Looks like it's got a big property, right? All right, this is clearly someone's grandma's house, right? This is probably going to sell pretty quickly because of the location, the area. Someone's going to come in here, renovate, and customize everything. Pictures are loading pretty slow. All right, well, look at this guy. Look at you hiding in a corner. We see you. We see you. You got to get, my opinion, professional photographer is the only way to do this. They get Photoshop those things out. We clean them up. I hate when these pictures come in small like that. This is a little blurry. Anyway, no more complaining. 169 Kings Park Road. 6-bed, 4 full baths. It's got a big property. Look at this. 195 by 180. Taxes of $23,207. Wow. Big taxes. Oversized. Let's see. It's a ranch style home situated on an oversized half-acre property. Okay. All right, whatever. So they originally asked for, wow, this has been on this went on a ride here. So check this out. Originally they listed for 1.1. And then they dropped their price to $8.99. What a humongous drop. I want to know if they did it in stages or what, because that is a huge drop. Let's see. So they started the listing here, did an open house April 25th. They did an open house April 28th open house. So it looks like they started the listing at 1.1. Maybe the sellers sometimes think like, yo, this is what I think my house is worth. And they want to test the market. They want to see what happens. I guarantee you what happened here is, look, they started the listing April 12th. Okay. They did a bunch of open houses. They got 1, 2, 3 open houses. Okay. No one probably showed up. Probably no one showed up. And then by May 1st, the price dropped $8.99 because the realtor's probably telling their client, listen, nobody's coming. This is too much. I told you it was too much before we listed. We tested it. It's not working. Dropped it to $8.99. And look, then they even wrote here on the 3rd, just reduced. Owner is listing, blah, 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 blah. So they're ready to make a real offer. People started probably coming to open houses. Looks like they added some more information. And then it took about 3 weeks. They probably accepted an offer about 2 weeks in after changing it. And then they had to do inspections and draw contracts and do all that. Finally went under contract May 28th. So that's probably the whole deal with this huge price drop. 38 days on market. Let's see what else we got. 22 Kevin Road. Taxes $13,241. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. Quarter-acre property. Looks nice. Small little ranch, but look, move-in ready. Pretty. Very nice. This is going to be an easy sale. This is what like a lot of people look for. They look for these colors, these tones, the backsplash. The house is clean. These photos are excellent. Much better. Good marketing. We got accents on the ceiling. I like it. I like it. These people did a great job with making their home look real nice. Got an accent wall over there. Wonderful. What's the backyard look like? Bring me to the backyard. Pool. Let's go. You got a pool. We got beautiful Cambridge stone patio. Great listing. Great listing. You got a pizza oven in the back. I like it. Look at that. It looks great at night. So they asked for 905. They got 905. 11 days on market. Super fast. Let's pretend we bought this home. Let's pretend we bought this home. So we've got mortgage. Let's say, all right, so we got a 905 price. And let's see, does it say? It does not say what type of mortgage they used. All right, so we're going to assume it's 20%. And the property taxes were $13,241. Okay. Interest rate will stay the same. We'll say homeowners insurance is $2,200. This house would be $5,744 a month. The down payment amount would be $181,000 with 20% down. Now, just to show you guys, you don't have to go down. You don't have to put 20% down. You could do as little as 3.5. I don't know if you could do 3.5 at a 900,000 purchase price because there are limits to how much FHA will fund. I have to check with a loan officer on that. But here, let's make up another scenario. Let's say you're buying a house that's 500,000, or let's just say like 600,000. I think it's more realistic these days. And we're going to put down the minimum, which is 3.5%. We have to add back private mortgage insurance, and we'll assume the property taxes are the same. Let's just say, for argument's sake, we'll say $12,000, even $1,000 a month. All right. In this scenario, with less than 20% down, you'd be paying $5,013 a month with private mortgage insurance right here at $265 included in this $5,000. All right. But your down payment would be $21,000. So a lot less down payment. Now, obviously, the more you put down, the less you borrow. So look, if we put down 10%, which is like $60,000, the monthly payment dropped, but it only dropped by $300. Right? So some people look at this scenario and they say, okay, look, if I could buy the house with $21,000 down and pay $300 a month extra, I'd rather keep the difference of the down payment in my bank account and just pay the extra $300 a month. That's up to you, whatever you can get financing for. If we move up to 20% down in this scenario, you have the most comfortable payment, which I don't know if this is comfortable, but it's definitely a better scenario, right? $4,138 a month, but you'd have to put down $120,000. Even if you put 50% down. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. I made a mistake on this one. Let's do the 20%. I got to take off private mortgage insurance. Oh, it took it off for me automatically. Good. So yeah, the 20% is correct. 4138. But let's say we put down 50%. $3,030 a month, right? So just to give you an idea how it works, this is a more realistic scenario. Watch. Let's say we got 20%. Okay, so we're at 4138. Now every 10 grand I move up is going to change the payment by 4188. So 4188 minus 4188 minus 4138, $50 a month for every 10 grand at about a 6% interest rate. And that's the same if you add 10 grand to your down payment. If you add 10 grand to your down payment, the payment will go down by $50 as well. All right. So here, it's back to this scenario here with the property. We got 905 purchase price. So let's get the buyer's closing costs here. Take a quote. Got Suffolk County. Purchase, residential, one family, 905 purchase price, and we'll say 20% down. So what was the difference? 905 times 0.8, 724 loan amount. So this buyer is going to pay approximately $12,673 in taxes and title fees. So that includes New York State mortgage tax. That includes the title policy, right? All that in there. That's $12,673 plus, 12,607. Whoops, there we go. 73.43 plus attorney fee at $2,000, and we'll assume a bank charges at 1 or 1.5%, which would be roughly $14,000. I'm just doing it in my head. They're going to pay about $28,673, and if you want to just kind of double verify, we're going to do this times 0.03. Yep, see that? So I'm always estimating buyer side closing costs at 3%. I told you 28.63, here 3% is 27, so we're basically right there. Very close. That's how you're going to estimate the buyer side. Now on the seller side, let's assume they sold at 4%. 905 times 0.04. They're paying $36,200 in commission. They're going to have attorney fee, and then the state transfer tax is going to be $3,620. Whoops, got to add that back to the commission now, plus $36,200. They're paying about $41,820 in closing costs before their mortgage. That's just closing costs to sell. All right, so expensive to sell, right? You better make sure that it's really what you want to do. But, if you've been in the house long enough, you're going to make your money. Things will be good. Hold on, be right back. I got to let my dog in the house. Hey. Sorry about that, guys. My dog was trying to come back in the house. Anyway, moving on. Suffolk County. Let's just look at some more comps. I gave you a bunch of scenarios of costs, so let's look at some comps. We got some Ronkonkoma here. Nice, cute little cape. Taxes $10,400. 4 bed, 2 baths. a little bit more than a quarter acre. Oh, it's a nice looking house, you know. Very basic, but it's clean, it's livable. You know, people are going to be very happy to have something like this because it's hard to find houses in this price point. All right, so they asked for 549, they got 560, 19 days on market. Don't blink. That property's gone. West Babylon, 199 Montgomery Avenue. This house looks tiny. Probably needs a lot of work. Yeah, this is small. My goodness. Wow, we got, look at that. We've got, is that tin? That's got to be tin. Isn't like, it's everywhere. It's all over the walls. It's on the ceiling. Wow. Wood paneled walls. It looks like flooring on the wall. Pretty wild. Wait, was the ceiling wood? Yeah, the ceiling too. Look at that. This kitchen is blowing my mind. It's like walking inside of a sardine can. Really small house. Wow. All right, fine. So 2 bedroom, 1 bath, 40 by 100 lot. They were asking 429. They got 435, 14 days on market. 435. It still went over asking. Blows my mind. We got, before we go, I want to get you a luxury property. So here we go. West Hampton, baby. Look at this. 798 Dune Road. 3.6 million. Now we're talking. House is very nice. Look at that. West Hampton. Got a private beach, I'm sure. Got a basketball court in the front. You know, not for nothing. 3.6 million. You're awfully close to your neighbor. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but like if I was gonna buy a house, 3.6 million, I would want it to be like in the middle of nowhere. I would at least 3.6 million in Long Island. I would want it to be in the middle of nowhere. I want to be like, I don't want to see my neighbors. I want trees surrounding me. I get it. I understand it's waterfront and it's a beautiful view. But yeah. Well, anyway, house is very nice. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd be happy to have this house. I just don't think I would live in West Hampton because it's so far. And I'm selling real estate all over Queens, Brooklyn, Long Island, Nassau, and Suffolk. Literally, like every day I drive between one of those 4 counties. I got 2 stops in Nassau today. I had 3 stops in Queens yesterday. Anyway, nice looking house. All right. So can you stop walking around, please? Sit. Good girl. Making all that noise. So taxes at 21,200. 4 bed, 3 bath, 6.1 acres, so a little over half acre. They had originally asked for 3.9. They got 3.67. It's all cash offer and it stayed on market 135 days. So yeah, you know those luxury properties, it is what it is. They sit on market longer. Anything in Smithtown? Smithtown's the greatest town. It's my town. I love it, Smithtown. 403 Sunset Lane, taxes 7,127, 3 beds, 2 bath, half acre. Very nice looking house. Oh, again with the photos. My God. Can we just get high quality shots every time? I feel like this is a photographer. They may have just uploaded a low quality file because it does look good on the other ones. All right. That basement is dope. Look at that. What's the backyard like? Backyard's big. Very nice. Smithtown's the best town, guys. I just love Smithtown. Great place to live. Got a nice patio here. Pool. All right. So they asked for 769. They got 789, 20 grand over, and it was cash. 34 days on market. Guys, I hope you felt this was helpful. I appreciate all of you coming to watch my stuff. Please like, share, subscribe, help me out. You know, this YouTube channel is very young, it's very new, and you know, need some help getting out there. So the more you interact with the video, the more it helps me out with the algorithm. I'm sure you know that because everybody in every video asks you. So like, share, subscribe. Do it for me. Do it for me. Do it like my friend Alex Fletcher. We used to go to the same gym, and we used to work at the same gym with like, you know, years ago. And now he's got that show, Fleck Up Talks on YouTube, and he goes, tickle the algorithm, juice the post, send the like it again, comment again. Yeah, do all that. Do all that. He's got the right method. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Be on the lookout. More cooking videos coming. See you soon.